The 2020 Ducati Panigale Superleggera V4. Ducati unleashed to the world their most extreme version of their famed V4R superbike, the V4 Superleggera. This limited edition fantasy will come with multi-wings, 234 horsepower, carbon fiber chassis and body, and an eye-watering price tag. And guess what? This maniac will be a street-legal carbon fiber rocket, ready to rip on the track and the streets around your million-dollar mansion upstate. The story inside is an all-new thriller that is bound to scare the daylights off of anyone trying to come close to this beast. No other machine on two wheels can give you what this Superleggera does. This is a legit no-compromise hyperbike for the streets. Styling. A feather-light yet powerful monster, Ducati has chiseled the Superleggera V4 to tip the scale at 335 pounds. And to keep this machine pinned down to the asphalt, it makes use of the Desmosedici GP16 winglets, the biplane wings that generate 110 pounds of downforce at 168 miles per hour, 45 pounds more than that on the R. And it is, of course, made from carbon fiber. This confirms the fact that the Superleggera is a masterpiece of engineering and design, curated along the sides of a MotoGP machine, rather than a WSBK superbike for which the original V4R was developed. The intent is quite serious and abundantly clear with the way the honchos have gone with the weight-saving measures. Ducati designers have given the Superleggera V4 meticulous attention to details with a new rear link, aluminum-milled radiator cap, aluminum foot pegs and levers, and a new aluminum triple-top clamp, all giving away 1.2 pounds. Then there is carbon fiber fairing that is 2.4 pounds lighter and is donned in the Desmosedici GP19-inspired livery. Even the saddle comes with a carbon fiber base. Aluminum and titanium fasteners add another 0.7 pounds of savings. After a special engine calibration, the 5 inches TFT- goes to a Race GP display. This instrumentation has been designed with valuable input from Ducati's very own MotoGP legend Andrea Dovizioso and is similar to what he sees on his Desmosedici GP20 Monster. The same unit also carries a similar Ducati multimedia system, which allows you to take calls, play music, and receive texts via Bluetooth. Phew. That is a long list of top-quality stuff packed between two Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa SP tires. To meet street-legal requirements, the V4R comes with mirrors and a plate holder, as well as the necessary kits to remove them and plug the holes for track days. To keep this machine pinned down to the asphalt, it makes use of the Desmosedici GP16 winglets, the biplane wings, that generate 110 pounds of downforce at 168 miles per hour, 45 pounds more than that on the R. And it is, of course, made from carbon fiber. Powertrain. The weight shedding takes on a serious note with the internals of the 998cc 90-degree V4 Desmosedici Stradale R, as well with lightweight titanium camshafts, screws, and an STM Evo SBK8 dry clutch shaving 6 pounds. Aluminum rear sprocket and a Regina ORAW2 racing chain pull off another 3.1 pounds. This takes the performance figures to 224 horsepower and 85.3 pound-feet of torque, and a power-to-weight ratio of 0.63 horsepower per pound. A record-breaking figure for a road-legal sports bike. Ducati engineers were able to achieve this with the new lighter camshafts and gearshift drum, as well as a dry clutch complete with a carbon cover. Lighter titanium and aluminum bolts also feature in places like the cylinder heads, where titanium is used to attach them to the crankshaft. The Desmodromic system timing is now performance-tuned manually by an expert, and his signature plate goes on the engine for legitimacy. The engineers from Ducati Corse have tuned this to have a twin-pulse firing sequence, which will give this Desmosedici Stradale its unique exhaust note. Add the Akrapovic titanium full racing exhaust system while on the tracks, and the power figures go all the way to an astronomical 234 horsepower and 86.8 pound-feet of torque, and a power-to-weight ratio of 0.7 horsepower per pound. Ride-by-wire inputs control 56mm elliptical throttle bodies with dual injectors in each cylinder and a variable length intake funnel system that helps to deepen the torque well, so the grunt starts to come on earlier. A dry, slipper-type clutch couples engine power to the 6-speed transmission via a gear-type primary drive, and it rocks the Ducati quick shift feature that works both up and down the range. Sounding similar to Aprilia's RS V4, this V4 from Ducati will also make use of the Big Bang effect for maximum traction while exiting a corner. Engine specification: add the Akrapovic titanium full racing exhaust system while on the tracks, and the power figures go all the way to an astronomical 234 horsepower and 86.8 pound-feet of torque, and a power-to-weight ratio of 0.7 horsepower per pound. Ride and handling. Taking a step ahead from the 1299 Superleggera, which already hosted a lashing of carbon fiber treatment all around, the V4 Superleggera additionally makes use of that fancy material even on the primary structural frame section plus the subframe, extended swingarm, and wheels. This exercise alone shaves 15 pounds off the chassis when compared to the V4R. Thanks to the more flex offered in by that carbon frame, the rider can tip in and reach the apex much faster. The biplane winglets improve the anti-wheelie characteristics when accelerating out of high-speed corners, and also enhance braking stability after long straights. The geometry on the Ducati Superleggera V4 is slightly altered from the Panigale V4Rs, with its carbon fiber swingarm longer by 11 mm and more track-focused. Clip-on bars pull the rider into an aggressive posture over the flared fuel tank, leaving plenty of room for extreme body English. The suspension units get an upgraded Öhlins setup with a set of chunky 43 mm upside-down pressurized fork and lighter machined aluminum fork bottoms. At the rear lies a TTX36 single shock, complete with titanium springs and GP-derived valves that reduce the friction of the shims, saving another 1.3 pounds. The Brembo-derived braking systems also receive upgrades with the MCS Master featuring a remotely adjusted lever gap and Stylema R calipers donning cooling holes to reduce brake fade, exclusive to the Superleggera V4. A CNC machined front lever helps reduce drag. Coming to electronics, the V4 is graduated to an even higher degree of wizardry. Topped by a latest generation electronics package including Evo 2 strategies for the DTC and DQS up-down, the electronic package gets, for the very first time, 3 reprogrammed riding modes: Race A, Race B and Sport for a road-legal machine along with 5 additional riding modes. The rider can monitor lap times via the upgraded lap time. The dash will also come with the finish line, split time details of Laguna Seca, Mugello, Jerez, Sepang and Losail circuits. Apart from these, there is, of course, the Bosch 6-axis inertial measurement unit 6DIMU controlling ABS cornering, Ducati Slide Control DSC, Ducati Wheelie Control Evo DWC Evo, Ducati Power Launch DPL, Ducati Quick Shift Up Down Evo DQS Evo, Engine Brake Control Evo EBC Evo, and Ducati Electronic Suspension Evo DE Evo. Chassis specifications. Taking a step ahead from the 1299 Superleggera to R 176101, which already hosted a lashing of carbon fiber treatment all around, the V4 Superleggera additionally makes use of that fancy material even on the main structural frame section plus the subframe, extended swingarm, and wheels. This exercise alone shaves 15 pounds off the chassis when compared to the V4R. Price. The price for this staggering, yet a road-legal machine, is expected to be a cool 6-figure digit, $100,000. That's a $60,000 jump from the V4R it is based on. Production will begin in April 2020, while deliveries will start from June 2020. The Superleggera will be limited to just 500 units, with each of them produced with a matching number for the bike sequence, frame, and a dedicated ignition key with an aluminum insert showing the bike number, laser-etched. They will also be provided with a racing kit shipped in a dedicated box containing the Akrapovic exhaust unit, carbon fiber dry clutch, bike cover, DDA+, carbon and titanium swingarm cover, mirror block-off plates, number plate cover, and light covers. It is a lustful experience to only a select few who can afford such an extravagant phenomenon. Competition. BMW HP4 Race. The HP4 is an exemplary showcase of cutting-edge technology, exotic materials, skilled craftsmanship, design and creativity. This tells us all about the experience, skillset and state-of-the-art know-how the folks at BMW have that make them rise above and beyond. The only fault here is that this is a track-only hyperbike. That means it will be ludicrously priced for an exotic machine dripping with carbon fiber radiant beauty, and so it does. Having a price tag of $78,000 under its belt, it sure is not the end of the story. The powertrain on this machine is an engineering feat and is handcrafted by the same chaps who work on the WSBK motorcycle. The water-oil-cooled, 4-cylinder, 4-stroke, inline engine can develop a staggering 215 bhp at 13,900 revolutions per minute and a max torque of 120 Nm at 10,000 revolutions per minute. This race screams at the top of her voice at 14,500 revolutions per minute. Suspension units on the HP4 are undertaken by the top-of-the-line titanium Öhlins FGR 300 upside-down fork offers a full adjustment range. At the rear, Öhlins TTX 36 GP spring strut on the light alloy swingarm makes the scene, and both have a selective adaptation of the suspension geometry according to racetrack layout and riding style. The HP4 comes equipped with the 320mm Brembo GP4PR monoblock fixed calipers with titanium brake pistons and friction-reducing coating at the front and a 220mm floating discs at the rear. The kinds of stuff used in the Superbike World Cup and even the MotoGP. The high-performance brake pumps are also Brembo Racing derived. It gets 4 riding modes: wet, intermediate, dry 1, dry 2, 7-mode dynamic traction control (DTC), 7-level engine braking (EBR), 5-level wheelie control, pit lane limiter, engine brake torque, drag torque, and launch control. All of this can be viewed and operated through a multifunctional 2D dashboard. The 2D data recording system offers the possibility of recording lap times using GPS. Final thoughts. The Superleggera V4, Superlight V4 was previously dubbed as the Project 1708 and was going to be pushing all limits of engineering, design, and performance. Well, Ducati themselves have done one over and have given the world the most powerful and technologically advanced motorcycle ever made by the Borgo Panigale manufacturer. If you're already sweating, let me tell you that this is not the end. It only gets hotter from now on. Each one of the 500 customers will get a chance to purchase an exclusive Superleggera V4 Premium Dynese D Air leather suit with integrated air bag and a carbon fiber Arai helmet. The package also includes access to the SBK experience, allowing owners to ride the SBK Panigale V4R on a test track at Mugello. Expert tuition will also be provided from the likes of Scott Redding and Chaz Davies, as well as a number of other expert Ducati riders. And if their stars align, 30 Superleggera V4 owners will have an exclusive opportunity to enjoy the MotoGP experience with a ride on the Desmosedici GP20 used by Dovizioso and Petrucci, with the close support of the Ducati course technicians. This would, however, cost an additional €20,000, approximately $22,000. No other feeling in the world gets this supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That is a real word. If I were you, I'd be all Google on it. Ducati themselves have done one over and have given the world the most powerful and technologically advanced motorcycle ever made by the Borgo Panigale manufacturer.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.